In results 2020, tomorrow is Florida's primary election day.
Yeah, voters can head to the polls tomorrow. However, many have already cast their ballot.
So 2.6 million Floridians have already voted. Of those, 80% voted by mail. The Jefferson County Supervisor of Elections expects statewide turnout for the primary to be lower than usual because of COVID-19. Meanwhile, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is calling lawmakers back from vacation to vote on a bill to stop changes to the U.S. Postal Service before the November election. Democrats accuse the new Postmaster General of undermining the service in order to suppress votes. The president denies those accusations and had this to say about voting from home today.
Absentee ballots are great. They work. They've been proven. They're good, like in Florida. But this universal mail-in is a very dangerous thing. It's fraught with fraud.
Now, this comes as the Democrats are preparing for tonight's Democratic National Convention. Senator Bernie Sanders and former First Lady Michelle Obama are tonight's headliners. Speeches are expected to focus on the coronavirus pandemic, the struggling economy, and the country's issues with race and policing. Now, here to talk about all of the big political headlines for us is UCF professor and News 6 political analyst Jim Clark. So, Jim, first let's talk about Florida's primary election on Tuesday. There are a lot of safety measures being taken to encourage voters to get out and cast their ballot. How do you think tomorrow will be different than in other years?
I think turnout will be lower. I think the Jefferson County election supervisor is right. I think people are going to be hesitant to go to the polls. And so I think turnout will be lower than in the past.
The president says he is concerned about people voting by mail, although I should say the president and First Lady vote by mail. How big of an issue do you think this will really be? Do you think he's caused people to not want to vote by mail because of some of the stuff he said?
Well, and that's one of the concerns the Republican Party has, that the president has come out against voting by mail. In Florida, the reality is he needs those vote by mail votes to come in. So he has kind of hedged his bets. He said, okay, you can vote by mail in Florida, but not the other 49 states.
Well, you know, you're a history professor. We've had wars. We've had the Spanish flu. Has there ever been a time that there has been so much concern about voting than right now?
I don't think so. Of course, the pandemic of 1918, during the Civil War, of course, there were concerns about voting, but nothing like this, where people are literally afraid to go to the polls.
Tonight, of course, is the start of the DNC. What do Democrats need to do to rally voters to actually go to the polls in November?
They need to keep excitement up, and I think that's one of the reasons Kamala Harris is on the ticket, to build excitement. You know, the reality is that Joe Biden is not an exciting candidate. So they're going to have a 2-hour convention tonight. The networks will only show an hour of it from 10 to 11, which will feature Bernie Sanders and President Obama's wife, Michelle. So they are going to try to put their best foot forward, generate excitement, and show unity tonight.
All right, Jim Clark. Always appreciate your insight. Thank you so much.